Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this video is about this PUPPP'S rash, PUPPP'S. Now, it's a rash that you get when you're pregnant, and usually it comes, so they say, in your, I guess like third trimester, typically like the end of your pregnancy. That's when it can come, if it comes. I don't think that it comes for everybody, and apparently it's just like an influx of hormones. I don't know. They're not sure what triggers it or why it comes, if it's hereditary or anything like that. It just comes. So it is the worst shit ever, first of all. Like, it itches to high hell, and it doesn't like stop if you can't figure out how, like, if you can't figure out a little like remedy or anything for it. There's not really any medication that you can take, obviously, because I'm sure you have to watch the medications that you take while you're pregnant anyways. But there's like nothing, there's nothing like you can look it up and say, oh, go buy this medicine and then you'll be fine. No, you're basically gonna suffer for the rest of your pregnancy. Pretty much is what, I don't know, is what it's looking like. I did come on here to look at on YouTube and, you know, Google and ask my doctor, well, ask one of my doctors. And like I said, there isn't really anything that you can do. I didn't go into like see my OB because I honestly didn't want to waste the money. I didn't go into the ER because I don't want to go in there because of COVID, and I don't want to waste money in going to the ER because I don't want to get sick, because I just came off of a cold that took me forever to get rid of. It took me like 3 weeks. And then yeah, and then of course here's another bullcrap thing that I can barely do anything about because I'm pregnant. So let's see, it's PUPPP, and it's a skin rash during pregnancy. Like, it's annoying. So it apparently starts in your abdomen, so your like stomach, and then basically after that, there ain't shit you can do about it. It just spreads. So I noticed like some itchiness in the bottom of my belly, and I thought, okay, my skin is stretching, which my skin was really stretching as she's like getting bigger towards the end, but like my stomach was not that big anyways. So I didn't have any stretch marks pretty much my whole pregnancy. I used basically just like coconut oil, olive oil. Sometimes I'll use Vaseline if I felt a little dry. And then I did have this Vaseline cocoa butter lotion, the one that comes in the brown bottle. And I used some of that, but not mostly, just like coconut oil. And that seemed to be working fine. My stomach was tight, and then she started getting kind of heavy, and I have an interior placenta, so it's in the front, so it seemed like nothing was really stretching that much. So I kind of thought that it was just like just trying to stretch out a little bit more than it has like normally been able to. And I thought, okay, well, I'm at the end, it'll be fine. So then it kind of started like stretching, but being a little like painful, kind of like burning. Well, not like burning, but a little bit. So then I thought, then I asked, and I said, this is like a rash, or is these like stretch marks? Of course, my family was like, oh, that's just stretch marks. It's just your skin's trying to stretch. Don't worry about it. Of course, whatever. So of course, I don't worry about it. I don't know why. And then one day I just like get this like crazy amount of itch that no amount of scratching fixes, and it doesn't stop, and it seems like it's spreading, and it seems like it's just going up and around like my belly a little bit. So then I think it stays like that just because like on the stomach for about another day or two, and then one day I noticed that it was on my hands. So then you can see right now it's not as inflamed. Let me see. You can see that on my hands, and I thought that I was having an allergic reaction to something because I did eat like some crab legs one day because I thought, well, I'm in the inn and they didn't say you can't have seafood, so I ate some crab legs. So I thought I was having an allergic reaction to that, which possibly could have. I don't know. They said, when I say they, I'm talking about the information that I've read on the internet also, and it says that it can be caused by anything. It can be caused by stress, it can be caused by allergic reaction, it can be nothing. Oh, see, I'm scratching right now, and I can't stop. And then I noticed it came, this one is really big. It doesn't seem that bad, but that's not the texture of my skin normally. So the backs of my arms now, like here, my hands, my stomach, of course, my knees, really bad, almost like plaque. And oh my God, my knees and the backs of my legs now, the backs of my thighs, the backs of my knees. So yeah, anyways, there's like no real reason basically. So when I looked it up, they say there isn't really anything that you can do except use like hydrocortisone, how do you say that? Hydrocortisone, I think like 1%. I don't know if there's another percent that you can use. And like anti-itch lotions and stuff like that, which don't really work. I'm just gonna tell you that now so that you're not waiting until the end of the video just to figure out that it doesn't work. So I ended up buying, so first I had some hydrocortisone, little tiny tube, and that kind of worked a little bit, but it seemed like it was drying my skin out. Then I tried, oh my God, stop itching. Here, look. So they say it kind of erupts around stretch marks. I don't know why, but it's true because I have like stretch marks that I had before baby on the sides, and it's starting to like itch there too, and I didn't expect that. So anyways, so I tried calamine lotion, and I already had this because I think at some point someone in my house had poison ivy or something like that. And then my husband went and bought a Vino anti-itch concentrated lotion. We'll get to that. This cooling itch relief spray. And something else. Oh, and then I used baking soda and water, turned it into a paste. So I found that remedy on YouTube. So first off, I tried Benadryl. Benadryl put me to sleep. It made me feel a little bit better, but it didn't really do anything. Then I did the baking soda and water, and I put it in a paste, and I put it, at the time, was just on my hands, on my knees, and on my stomach. And I did that. And that was okay. That kind of worked, but then that really dried out. And then like baking soda is just really like powdery and stuff like that. So it basically crumbled and fell off into dust all in my bed and everywhere. It's pretty messy. And then I still was kind of itchy. I think it was recommended that you get in a baking soda bath. But I'm kind of afraid that I would get like a yeast infection. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't really want to risk it. I'm only a couple weeks away and I don't want to get a yeast infection. So as of right now, I've decided not to do the baking soda bath. So then my next step was just to put that on and then get in the shower. And then after the shower, put some hydrocortisone cream on. But I didn't have a lot, but I was slathering that all over my stomach and then putting it on my hands, and it seemed like it was helping a little bit, but not really. So then I tried tea tree oil. Now on the side of like tea tree oil or pure tea tree oil, it says do not use during pregnancy. I don't know if that means like ingesting it. I don't know who ingests, like maybe people drink it. I don't know. It's weird because when I looked it up, it only says to not ingest it, obviously, which I didn't know you ingest tea tree oil anyways. So it's, so it said not to use, so I kind of like stayed away from that for a little bit, and was wondering like what the hell could I use? Because I know tea tree oil is really good, helps with like anti-itch, anti-inflammatory, and bacterial, right? And then, yeah, so then finally decided on, let me just go get some more hydrocortisone, but instead I had got the spray and I ended up with this one that I showed you earlier. This is a CVS brand. I don't know, because we were just getting stuff. So I sprayed this and this did work like instantly. So this is one of the things that I am going to continue to maybe try to use a little bit when I feel really severe, because I have this one, it's almost out, and then I just went and ended up getting another one. Had someone pick me up another one. So I have another one. And then I was also told that I could take, this can't be what she meant. I was told I could take Pepsid. I don't know if that's Pepsid AC. Or a different type of Pepsid, but I think this is wrong. I'm gonna have to ask, because that doesn't look right. Because I was told you could take like an antihistamine or, right? I don't know. I'm gonna ask before I take it. So anyways, that spray. The problem with that spray is that it seems like it's kind of sticky. It seems like it makes a film, and then it doesn't feel bad. It actually like works for a second, but then at some point it like makes it really plaquey, like at least for me. Like at some point it kind of just like stops working. I don't know if you have to reapply it, but it just, something about it like gets very irritant, like makes it pretty irritating. Like it works at first and it's great. Maybe it's because it's drying, like it's drying your skin out and then you're already itchy, and I think maybe that's it. I don't know. So that kind of like, I don't know, I seem to have like put this on, and then I woke up after a couple hours. Well, I wake up on and off because you can't really sleep with this shit. So you wake up and you're kind of like bothered again. So I don't know. I'm still a work in progress. Oh, and I also have Aveeno body wash, like Aveeno anti-itch body wash or something like that, which that's what I've been using to bathe with in the shower, but I won't say that it has like any effect or anything like that. Cutting to the chase, this is okay. It kind of works, but it kind of just ends up making a film over your arms and your stomach. This actually is really moisturizing, but it's not really going to stop it. what's gonna stop it is you need to go out and you need to go get you some coconut oil and tea tree oil. I took that, and I should have known because I had already dabbed like a little bit in the very beginning, like maybe the first day. I had already dabbed tea tree oil because I know what, you know, the properties and what it does to your skin, and it's, you know, not that drying. And I rubbed it on my hands, and I noticed that the like inflamed bumps were like still there, but they were smaller, kind of like now they're smaller, and they didn't itch as bad. And I'm gonna insert a picture here on what it looks like when it's like super inflamed and I can't get it like a grip on it. So I took tea tree oil, I took coconut oil, and I took this little baby jar, and first I dropped, it's all melted now, but first I dropped it's like liquidy. First I dropped the coconut oil in there, and then like I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not, so I just took like a tablespoon of coconut oil, put that in there, and then I held my tea tree oil, and this is the one that I have. I got it off of Amazon a while ago because I use tea tree oil on my face and it keeps me from breaking out, and it like evens my skin and everything. So this one, and I got it off of Amazon like a while ago, way before this. So it had nothing to do, focus. It had nothing to do with like this or my pregnancy or anything. It was just part of my normal skincare. So it's ethereal nature 100% pure tea tree oil. Perfect for aromatherapy, diffusers, skin, or hair care. I use it for skin, for my face. And I took that. I don't have the top on, but I literally went like this and let the drops drop in. And I don't have no problem letting more drop in because it's working. Let the drops drop in like that. And then of course it like, I don't know if it was a combination of the two or whatever, but it melted my coconut oil, and I rubbed that on my skin, and instant fuckingly, I'm like soothed. Like after a while I will start to like itch again, and I've been like testing it out. Normally at first if I start to itch again, I would try to get something else and take this and then spray it on, but I think it was drying me out too much. So then I decided, fuck it, like I'm just gonna stick to one thing, and I said I was gonna just try for today, just the tea tree oil and the coconut oil. Now the coconut oil also, look it up, anti-inflammatory, has anti-inflammatory properties as well, hydrating for the skin, and antibacterial as well, or something like that. So it's supposed to be really good for your skin. I don't really use it on my face that much. I more so use it on my body just to like hydrate and stuff like that. But I figured with the both of them together with the same kind of properties and the strength of the tea tree oil that it should work, and I was right. And then I also, out of nowhere, I stumbled upon this okay, so she said the same thing. She said the itch came suddenly during my final 2 months of pregnancy, which not my final 2 months. It started at the end. I only have like 3 more weeks. And then, long story short, she basically, after I figured it out, but she kind of confirmed it for me. She basically said tea tree oil, coconut oil. What sucks about this stupid rash is that everyone thinks it's just like, oh, it's just a rash, just chill out and don't scratch it as much, which is true. You're not supposed to scratch it because I think it does like make it just erupt and fucking spread everywhere or something. Like it's just, it's crazy. I don't know if it's going to continue. The lady in the article, she did say it had spread to like 80% of her body, and she had like 2 more months to go. Mine hasn't progressed that far, but it is like a lot on my body, my knees. Like I said, I'm gonna insert the pictures of my knees, my hands, I don't really show my stomach that much, but if I have a picture of my stomach, I'll post that too. But I just showed you, so. And then I didn't get any of the backs of my arms because I didn't feel like trying to figure that out, but basically looks like that. And you can see it's really red. Right now it's kind of chill, which I'm so happy about. So go out and get you some tea tree oil, coconut oil, and I use the, you know, 100% like coconut oil, the one that you could cook with. Whatever. Where is it? It's in the room somewhere, but I use coconut oil, real coconut oil. And then the tea tree oil. Mix that up. I don't really have like a recipe or anything for that or measurements. I honestly put probably, I want to get the effect of the tea tree oil. So then I put as much as I want in there. And it helps. So I figured I would just come here, record this for you guys, and hopefully get it posted quick so that if there's somebody like me who doesn't find the article that I read, what does it say? Let's see. I don't even know how I found it, but it says like all natural relief for PUPPP'S, PUPPP'S pregnancy rash, and it was by Kaylee Frisk or something like that. I don't know if that's her or not, but that's the only one that I found. There was one other thing, but she was like, take a bath, do this. She didn't mention tea tree oil at all. She said, get hydrocortisone. That's why I went out and bought all that stuff. Get anti-itch lotions. And then that's pretty much all you can do. Oh, she told me to get this soap. Grandpa's Pine Tar Soap. I did get that. It did help like at first, but it's gonna dry the shit out of you. That's one thing. You're gonna find a suggestion, or at least you might. And the lady in the article, again, she suggested it too, or at least she said that she was suggested to use that, as I was, and that shit dries you out, and you stink. You smell like a bonfire and chewing tobacco. Like that soap stinks like shit. And my husband said I stink when I put it on. So that doesn't help. You do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The pine tar soap.
Oh, it does stink.
Yeah. So you smell like a bonfire, like
You smell like a man.
a man, but like a bonfire and wood and kindle or whatever you want to call it, whatever that shit's called. You smell like a bonfire. And chewing tobacco. It's gross. But it dries your skin out, so you have to put something else over it and with it. And I haven't figured out if it works that much because I stopped using it.
Did your mom eat?
No, not yet.
She cleaned it all up though?
I did.
Oh, well, I like to because we make her food.
Right there. It's on a plate. I put it all on a plate. So yeah, you're gonna get suggested to use that. I haven't been using it long enough to know if I continue to use it, if it would stop. She swore by it, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Because she would lather it up, put it on her hands, and then sit with it. But it's such a drying soap, and it's for men, by the way. But it's such a drying soap that by the time you washed it off, you like itch to high hell.
Okay. That's, there was an Aveeno thing. In there, and it had a spray and that same soap. Just not obviously a different brand, but so it's sold for that stuff. I said
It's not sold for PUPPP'S rash though.
I know.
Specifically, it's just sold for, yeah.
And it says you leave it on for like 2 minutes and then wash it off on the box. Rub the box on the one at CVS. So I was saying.
So far, just coconut oil, tea tree oil mixed up, and that's my go-to right now. And then this Aveeno lotion, not really bad for your skin. It kind of made it a little bit soft, but I'll probably still use a little bit of that in between, but my main thing is going to be this mixture right here. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully this wasn't too winded for you guys. And I'm going to write it, you know, get to the point in the description and tell you. See, I'm itching right now, scratching my knees. Get to the point so that you can hopefully be a little bit more relieved too. I mean, I'm sure you can go to those little natural stores like Mom's and stuff like that, and you can get it, or just go and order it from Amazon. I don't think you can get tea tree oil from like Giant or anything. So you're gonna have to figure out where you can get it in your state or wherever you're located. You can get coconut oil anywhere, and then get that, and I promise you that's gonna work. But in the meanwhile, if you don't, the baking soda and water worked a little bit. The baking soda and water worked a little bit as the paste and putting it on. That did dry your skin out. The spray does work as a like really, really fast relief, and then like works for a while, like if you want to sleep and stuff like that. I haven't figured out the combination of like using all of these. So the only one so far that I know 100% is this mixture. Like right now I'm itching right now, and I'm tempted to try something else, but I don't want to. So we'll see. And if it like gets better or kind of goes away after a couple of days, then I'll come back and give an update. But thanks again for watching. Hope this helps somebody. Go get you some tea tree oil, coconut oil, mix that up, put that on your body, and it will decrease your itch like drastically. And that's if you do want to use tea tree oil. If you don't, then I would suggest some hydrocortisone spray or hydrocortisone cream, because that did kind of work a little bit. But I use the spray, and that works for me, and it's cooling, so it like chills out. Also, wash your hands if you can stand it. Maybe your body too, but I can't. But definitely wash your hands in like ice cold water, and it'll like numb it, and it'll stop the whole like itching and driving you crazy part, at least for like a little bit. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Hopefully you guys can get some relief, and I hope this video was helpful. Bye.